Is the month-long war between Russia and Ukraine going to end soon? Also, what needs to be done to put an end to it? With this, what if Elon deploys his armed satellite against Russia? Welcome to the Elon Musk Era. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our upcoming videos about Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and more. This power struggle between countries does not appear to be ending soon, and we can see that the superpowers continue to demonstrate their technological and sophisticated weapons. This time around, Elon Musk is working with people other than himself to create powerful armed satellites. A frenzied period characterized the 1960s in space, which was the only place with weapons. While the Cold War was raging, both superpowers agreed that space was too sensitive for weapons, so they came up with a space treaty and signed it. Then, the US is on the defensive with China's usual moves, like mimicking West European and American weapon systems. Then, how can China laugh at the US for the attack? And what about Space Force's partnership with Elon Musk's plan to save America's position in the world? It is planned for China to test a sophisticated hypersonic fraction orbital bombardment system, or FOBS, in August, and this capability does not exist in the United States. This has, therefore, been noted by the US intelligence community, and something needs to be done promptly. As of this date, the two superpowers have displayed a smaller difference in their military technology than their counterparts at the Pentagon. Meanwhile, let's first take a look at the history. During the 1960s, engineers and scientists in the Soviet Union adopted the same technique. As part of this process, an atomic weapon is launched into a low Earth orbit around 150 kilometers above the planet, where it stays until it reaches the target. Then, it deorbits back down over the target. The Soviets were greatly inspired by the USS Aggressive Missile Warning Network during this period. Despite the FFB system, the missile was launched into a pole-to-pole orbit above the Earth, flew up over the mainland US, and destroyed the infrastructure there. It was a good thing that the Soviets never used this weapon. Further, this was a result of the US developing a space-based surveillance system for missile heat signatures as a result of upgrading its early warning system. Many countries, such as the United States and Russia, are attempting to devise this type of system today. During the week of October 27, 2021, the Financial Times published an article that set off a fire among intelligence community members. In August of last year, China successfully developed a FOBS. Also, it is reported that Chinese defense establishments tested a missile capable of speeds exceeding 27 times the speed of sound in air, reaching 33,800 kilometers per hour. Once it had circled the planet, it was headed towards a target in China, where it missed by just about 40 kilometers. This made tracking it more difficult since the vehicle flew very fast, becoming a hypersonic FOBS. In light of the report, Marco Langbroek, a space situational awareness expert, wrote that a FOBS launch would still be detected by the space-based infrared system of the US Space Force. In addition, the FOBS may be able to circumvent the country's ballistic missile defense system. Moreover, FOBS has the advantage of being able to beat the BMD and strike targets in the continental United States. As a result, the Chinese test is likely to have frightened the US. As Faravel told the Financial Times, there's no necessity for a missile test to mean the Chinese have a working hypersonic FOBS. Additionally, other unarmed members of the intelligence community, quoted in the report, claim that the fact that China tested a weapon of this magnitude should have shocked the US, which has inflated China's military modernization. In a statement published in the newspaper, an unidentified official said, "We have no idea how they did this, but it doesn't mean America will last well, not until Elon Musk is here." Meanwhile, the Pentagon and SpaceX have signed an agreement for SpaceX to build a rocket capable of launching almost 80 tons of cargo and weapons into space in just 1 hour. Then, rocket launch tests should begin by the end of the year. With this rocket, weapons can be carried 15 times faster around the globe than on any aircraft in existence, like the US's C-17 Globemaster. Can you imagine the equivalent of moving a C-17 payload anywhere in the world in less than an hour? Let us know your thoughts on this in the comments below. General Stephen Lyons, head of the U.S. Transportation Command, said that the new contract is further proof of SpaceX's serious focus on military partnerships at a recent conference. And a deal last year between Elon Musk's company and the Military Space Development Agency called for the development of missile tracking satellites. If this is the case, China cannot overpower these satellites. Further, SpaceX had previously been asked to provide the Army with its constellation of Starlink broadband satellites and turn it into a military navigation network. As soon as SpaceX was awarded the Space Force contract in August, several officials told the media earlier this year that they were already collaborating closely with SpaceX. According to Musk, the new weapon delivery system looks similar to something he envisioned when he first announced the passenger space travel in 2017. Then, another proposal was then made by Musk, and this is to launch guests into space and to return them to their destinations. As a part of a collaboration with Elon Musk, the US Air Force is exploring the deployment of new advanced weapon systems presently being developed under Project THOR. Although the 1967 Outer Space Treaty forbids the launch of nuclear weapons, biological weapons, and chemical weapons from the US, this weapon can deliver more powerful strike than conventional nuclear weapons and would not cause the adverse fallout that results from nuclear attacks. Moreover, the development of non-nuclear space-based weapons will also provide the US with an advantage over rivals without first-use policies for their nuclear arsenals, such as China and North Korea. By using this technology, the US can strike targets with the same degree of force as a nuclear warhead without escalating into an actual nuclear war. An increase in American interest in non-nuclear strategic weapons would lead to investment in such a capability. As part of this program, the Navy will invest in conventional prompt global strike hypersonic intercontinental range missiles for Navy submarines and stealth destroyers. Then, Elon Musk's Project THOR will utilize a satellite to drop a telephone pole-sized tungsten rod, 20 feet long and a foot in diameter. It will then strike hardened bunkers and nuclear reactors underground. Due to their sheer speed, these rods will strike at 10 times the speed of sound, rather than delivering warheads, so they cause massive damage as a result of their powerful effect. Also, this could serve as an alternative to conventional bunker busters like the GBU-57 and nuclear bunker busters as well. Aside from this, North Korea and Russia, which maintains numerous high-tech assets from very well-hardened bases, China, which has been hardening its nuclear sites and missile sites, can be used as a target for these weapons. And due to the density of the tungsten, these rods may be too heavy to deploy given their weight of over 10,000 kilograms, and costing more than $230 million each. Even though it is a well-thought-out and effective strategy, it is several times more expensive than conventional and nuclear bunker busters. But wait, there's more to it. Musk might be able to achieve even more for SpaceX than anticipated. SpaceX was recently accused by a Twitter user of being like Jeff Bezos and his Blue Origin company, and in his tweet he stated, "Maybe zap him on the head with our space lasers." During this conversation, Elon Musk was only responding to another Twitter user who asked when the Falcon Heavy hovered over Bezos' house for the day. I would add that Musk controls all lethal space lasers that are not publicly documented. Moreover, SpaceX's Starlink satellites are equipped with laser terminals in the latest generation. Also, these terminals make communication between them possible, quite effortlessly, I might add. Furthermore, they may have been designed to deliver a message, but they may also be modified to strike Chinese or Korean dictators. Generally speaking, orbiting laser weapons in space is not new. This has been incorporated into pop culture and government projects for a long time. Let's say a few decades. Throughout history, we have seen examples such as James Bond's Golden Eye to Ronald Reagan's ambitious Star Wars program. According to some reports, the Pentagon has started preparing a framework for a program like this. The framework will assist in the development of what it calls direct energy weapons, and weaponized laser systems were constructed to attack military targets with this weapon. From 2017 to 2019, the US military will spend more than double on dues, from $535 million to $1.1 billion. Additionally, Russia and China will invest in these systems as well. While other superpowers may have money, they cannot compete with Elon Musk, and he is a tremendous asset to the country. With its technology advantage, he offers the US a well-packaged blessing. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and thank you for watching. If you would like to receive updates on Elon Musk and his companies, make sure you click the subscribe and bell button.